Hey everyone, Raider here. Hope you're all doing great and having a fantastic day. In today's video, we have 10 plus more tips and tricks for the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. And I say more because we've already done 30 tips and tricks for the S23 Ultra. I'll go ahead and link that video down in the description, and timestamps for this video will be down in the description as well. Do keep in mind that most of these tips apply to all Galaxy devices, and we have a lot of ground to cover, so let's go ahead and get started. So for tip number one, I've already shared this one before in a previous video, but unfortunately I can't find it, and I think it's worthwhile to share this one again, and that's how to get the best performance out of your Wi-Fi when you're at home on your S23 Ultra and all your devices actually. So what you want to do is swipe down, and we're going to go ahead and open up settings, and then you're going to tap on connections. All right, and then we're going to go here and we're going to tap on Wi-Fi, and up here at the top we're going to tap on the three dots. And we're going to go ahead and pick Intelligent Wi-Fi. Go ahead and tap on that. So you have some cool options here, like putting your Wi-Fi into low power state, having your Wi-Fi automatically turn on and off. There's some cool stuff here, but the real cool stuff is in this menu. So by default, when you scroll down and you tap on Intelligent Wi-Fi, it doesn't do anything. Go ahead and tap on it a few times, and it's going to start giving you some text letting you know that you opened up developer options. Go ahead and scroll down just a little bit further, and there you're going to have those developer options. Go ahead and tap into that. All right, so our first option is connection information, and this is pretty cool. So when we tap on this, we have some baseline information, but we get to the goods when we tap on the L2 status and L3 status up at the top. So if we tap on L2 status, we're going to get our frequency, what tells us what band we're in. So if you see anything that starts with a 5, you're in the 5.8 frequency. Anything that starts with a 2, you're down in the 2 gigahertz. And the thing that's really cool is we have our country code listed right here. So for those of you that are using a private DNS, let's say to watch movies from another country, some scenario like that. So this is really cool if you're needing to troubleshoot any of your VPN issues. And if we tap over on the L3 stats right here, we have all our baseline information, including our gateway info. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and skip the middle one, and we're going to go on to this one. We're going to come back to it though. So we have this diagnostic screen here. So it's pretty cool. You give it just a second to load up networks that are available in your area. And here's my network right here, nicely misspelled. I still get teased from my fiance about this, and I really don't care about network names. SSIDs are no big deal to me. Just name it blah, 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 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't matter. So we tap on the network name, and what you have at the bottom is a verbose list of all the diagnostic information for your network. And we can even take this a step further by tapping on this up here. And what this is going to show is some more baseline network information, as well as the ability to run some network diagnostics for your particular network at home. So pretty cool tools built into here. But now if we go back to that middle option, nearby Wi-Fi information, let's go ahead and tap on that real quick. And what you're going to get is a list of all the networks in your area, what bands they support, and your current RSSI signal strength. The lower the number, the better. So you have all that information broadcast out to you. And what's really cool is if we tap on this other option up here at the top, you're going to get a list of best channel recommendations for your home Wi-Fi network. So you're going to get a recommended channel list for 2.4 gigahertz, and you're going to get a recommended channel list for 5.8 gigahertz. What you want to do is you want to pick that first number in each one of these lists, open up your Wi-Fi router settings, and set your channel to be each of those for each band. That's going to give you the least congestion on your home Wi-Fi network, and it's going to make your devices feel a lot more snappier. You're going to have a faster ping, faster throughput. The response times are going to be faster if you're on a channel that's not heavily congested. So you can find out those channels right here. This is built right into your Samsung phone. All right, for the next tip, we're going to learn how to save pictures as PDFs. So by default, when you go into your gallery or you take a picture, it's going to be saved as a JPEG. But we have some cool options. So if we go into gallery and you click down here, this hamburger menu, right, the 3 lines, tap on that. We're going to go into settings. All right, you're going to scroll all the way down, and then you'll see here I have Gallery Labs. So if you don't have this enabled, you're going to go ahead and tap on About Gallery, and then you're going to tap on this version number like 8 times, and then it's going to enable those developer options. And once you do, that's enabled forever. It's all set, unless you clear your cache. But we'll go ahead and go back here, and we go to Gallery Labs, and we scroll all the way down quite a bit, and you're going to see this option that says Support Save as PDF. Go ahead and turn that toggle on. So then what you're going to do is you want to close out of these settings and go ahead and close out of the gallery application entirely. That way that setting takes effect, because that's what happens in the Gallery Labs section. You want to close out of the gallery app entirely. So we're going to go ahead and open the gallery back up, right? We can just grab any picture. It doesn't even really matter. All we're going to do is tap and hold on one of these pictures, all right? And then we're going to have this create icon down here on the bottom left corner. Go ahead and tap on that. And then you'll notice the bottom pop-up here is Save as PDF. All right, it's given us the option of which viewer we want to open the PDF in. I'll go ahead and pick Always. We're going to pick Samsung Notes. All right, here we go. And it's telling me that it went into light mode, and it's now opened it up and it saved it as a PDF via Samsung Notes. So a real cool way for you to save any image that you have as a PDF. And keep in mind, we have the S Pen, so you can sign and annotate and save those PDFs again and send them off to whoever you need to. So for our next tip, let's say you want to remove the defaults, right? So right now, if we go back to the gallery and I pick an image and I go to create and I have Save as PDF, you're going to see here now it automatically opens up with Samsung Notes because I told it to always open in Samsung Notes. But we can go ahead and clear that out. Go ahead and swipe down. We're going to go to Settings. And we're going to scroll down until we get to Applications. Where are you? Where are you? I passed you up. Here we are, Apps. So there is a Choose Default Apps section at the top of the app screen. And if you tap on that, you can pick your default for like your web browser and a few other things. But you don't have granular control here. To get granular control, you want to remember the app that opened up. For our case, it was Samsung Notes is opening it up as a PDF viewer. So we're going to scroll all the way down until we get to Samsung Notes. All right, 20 years later, we found it. Let's go ahead and tap on Samsung Notes. And once you do, you'll have this screen here, and there's going to be a Set as Default option right in the middle. Go ahead and tap on that. And you're going to have an option here to open supported links, but you'll also see right here, Clear Defaults. And if we go ahead and tap Clear, that's going to clear the default recommendation that the phone remembers. So let's go ahead and demonstrate that using the Gallery app with that whole PDF thing we've been doing. So we're going to open up a picture, right? We're going to do the whole create thing. Create. We want to save as a PDF. Look, it's prompting me again. And that's because we cleared out the defaults. So if you ever find yourself picking a wrong application, or possibly you download a new application that you would prefer to be the default, that's how you clear the defaults, and that's how you get your list to show back up on your S23 Ultra. All right, for this next tip, we're going to dive into one-handed operation. So the S23 Ultra, it's a beast. You know, this thing's a lot to hold in your hands. So when you pull up the dialer, that's a lot to take in right here. So it's really nice to have one-handed mode engaged, right, or enabled. So we can just do a quick swipe down, and then we have our phone dialer over here to the left, and I can do another quick swipe down if it cooperates to get back to the regular screen. So I mean, you know, the one-handed mode is awesome. If you're not familiar with that, you just go ahead and go to Settings. Let me show that to you real quick. We go to Advanced Features. Here we go. And there's going to be one-handed mode. Just go ahead and toggle that on. And you have gestures that you can use or buttons. I prefer the gestures, which just has you go down in the middle of the screen just a little bit towards the bottom. And you do that again to bring it back up. But what I really want to talk about is one-handed operation plus. So in order to use one-handed operation plus, you have to have Good Lock. So Samsung's Good Lock is available on the Galaxy Store, and I highly recommend everyone get that for their Galaxy device if you're in a region that supports it. And if you're not in a region that has Good Lock available, you can just look in the Galaxy Store, not the Play Store, the Galaxy Store. And if it's not available in your area, I'll go ahead and drop a link to a video down in the description to help you track that down. There's other ways of getting it installed. So basically, we're going to open up Good Lock real quick. All right, here's our Good Lock. Once it loads up, we have one-handed operation plus. We're going to go ahead and turn this on. So we've talked about this in a video. You know what? I'll go ahead and link that down in the description as well. So one-handed operation plus lets you set up these nice little borders on the side for doing shortcuts. But what I want to share with you guys is we have a new shortcut available as of the last update to One UI that now gives us quick actions. So let's go ahead and set this up real quick. So what we want to do is pick one of our handles. You can see here I have a left handle and a right handle. I'll go ahead and make them a little bit bigger so you can see them on the screen a little bit easier. So they're taking up more room on the phone now. So I'm going to go ahead and pick left handle here and diagonal down. And if we scroll all the way down, we have this quick launcher. That's what I'm talking about, quick launcher. So we have that enabled right now. So what's really cool is if we swipe from the left and then we pull down, we're now going to have quick access to apps and other functions that we can set up. Let me demonstrate this for you real quick. Put the phone back down. So we'll go down and out like that. There's our quick actions panel right here. And if we go ahead and tap on the settings icon here, we can adjust this further. Like we can go ahead and adjust the page layout. Let's take a look at that real quick. So we have all of our applications that we can add to the quick actions panel. And we also have a bunch of pre-canned functions, things that you do on a day-to-day basis that you can now set up as a quick action. Quick action, brand new to the one-handed operation plus, one-handed mode plus, I should say, part of GoodLock. And again, if you're not familiar with GoodLock, please check out the videos in the description. Everyone should know about GoodLock. GoodLock and Dex. I push both of those a lot on this channel. If you're not familiar with either, I definitely recommend you check out videos. GoodLock and Dex. All right, for this next tip, we're going to go ahead and open up the camera application. All right, we're going to go ahead and tap on Settings up on the top left. And we're going to scroll down until we see Camera Assistant. Go ahead and tap on it. And then you want to scroll down just a little bit until you get to Capture Speed. Go ahead and tap on that. So basically what we have here are 3 different options for your shutter. So you can prioritize the quality, kind of do a mix right in the middle, and we can prioritize speed. So Samsung Galaxy devices are notoriously known for having very poor shutter lag. You know, basically what that is when you're shooting a fast motion object, right? Like a kid on a playground, something like that, a sports event. The amount of time it takes for you to press and release the shutter and for it to gain focus, oftentimes is too slow for it to even actually get the picture. So you can increase the shutter speed right here by using the camera assistant that's built right into the camera application. All right, so this next tip isn't so much a tip, it's just something cool I want to share with you guys. Kind of a cool new update that came out recently for One UI. So if we go ahead and swipe down and we open up settings, we're going to scroll all the way down until we get to battery and device care. Go ahead and tap on that. And then what you want to do is tap on storage. So since the update, the first time you do this, it's going to ask you to elevate the permissions for My Files. So go ahead and do that. You only have to do it one time. So now what happens when we tap on storage? We end up getting a complete itemized breakdown of where all our storage space is getting used. And on top of that, we can drill into each one of these to find out where our problems are. You know, where's our big hitters? Because we can sort all these by size. So a real nice way for you to manage your storage. You know, they keep improving this stuff. They really do. Every one of these sections in the settings just keeps getting updates and keeps getting improved. So a nice new cool feature for the storage section. Right, for our next tip, we all know the S Pen with the S23 Ultra is awesome. And what's even more awesome is when you customize it. Like, let's check mine out, for example. Ooh, I got a lightsaber sound there. We'll go ahead and put it back in. Pretty awesome. We don't have the default sounds. So once again, this requires Samsung GoodLock. Let's go ahead and get that open. Once GoodLock opens, we're going to switch over to the Makeup tab, and then we have Pentastic up at top. And if you haven't downloaded the module, just go ahead and download it first. We're going to go ahead and tap on that. And then what you want to do is you want to scroll down a little bit. We have sounds here. So by default is selected. Okay, so it's going to do the default. So it's back to default sounds. But what you can do here in Pentastic, which I believe we've done a full video on this too. If so, I'll link that down in the description too. Geez, too many linked videos today. We go all the way over to Custom. We can go ahead and customize the sound of inserting the S Pen and when we take the S Pen out, right? So we can go ahead and pick this. I can go to Downloads. I can pick Lightsaber. Okay, we'll hit Done. And I'll do the same thing for the insert sound. I'll go to Download and I'll pick the other Lightsaber one. We're going to pick Done. All right, and then I'm going to hit Save. And then we are done here. And we should have lightsaber sounds when I pull this out and put it in. There we go. And put it back in. So Pentastic is a great way for you to customize your S Pen experience. You can do a lot more, like change your pointers and all the stuff we've already covered in a tutorial video. But I just wanted to share this quick tip so you can change the default sounds because they're kind of boring. I don't even think it does anything, does it? All right, another quick tip. If you want to make your screen even more dim than what it can possibly go by default, you're going to go ahead and swipe down. We're going to go over and add more toggles right here. There should be a plus sign. There we go. And then we have an option here for extra dim. So we can go ahead and drag that and drag it right down here and hit Done. And now if we go back here, we should have an extra dim feature right at the end here. And if we tap on that, it's going to make our screen even more dim than what it can possibly go by default. So you can take your slider and bring it way down. I can't even see that. So we're going to bring that back up. Pretty nice if you're in a situation where you want to read your ebooks at night. You don't want to disturb anyone around you, and you're trying to get sleepy. You don't want a bright screen, so enable that extra dim option. All right, so one of the cool tips that we talked about in the last video was the new object selector tool, right? And that's where you can take a picture and then extract text right out of the object. And if you missed that, I think that's the first tip in the 30 tips and tricks for the S23 Ultra video. But there's actually a more efficient way to extract text, really. So let's say I want to extract the text out of this icon, or out of a web page, or maybe even out of this battery widget. Anything, not just a picture, but anything on your screen. Go ahead and grab your S Pen. You want to pull up the context menu by clicking on the button. And then you're going to have this option right here called Screen Select. Go ahead and tap on that. All right, so you don't see much in the beginning or anything like that. So now it's ready for you to go ahead and highlight a section of your screen. So we're going to do that real quick. I'm going to go ahead and grab this gallery icon. And what it's going to do, it's going to pop it up in a new window. And what you see over here to the lower right is text. So if I tap on that real quick, it's going to highlight the word gallery. And then we can go ahead and copy that text, drop it into a web browser, whatever you want, a Word document, Samsung Notes, and you can do this for anything that you have on your screen. So another way for you to extract text out of anything on your phone, not just an image, anything you have on your screen. So pretty useful. All right, another cool tip is the ability to temporarily mute sounds for a desired length of time, instead of just turning on Do Not Disturb mode or turning your mute on and then forgetting to turn your sounds back on. So what we can do, swipe down, and then we have our audio right here. Go ahead and press and hold on sounds here. All right, and that's going to pull up these options here. We're going to go ahead and hit the mute. And then we have this temporary mute option that we can turn on. And then we can pick an amount of time that we want our phone to stay muted for. And once that length of time expires, it will go ahead and unmute your device. So this is really nice if you want to go into a movie theater or something like that. You know you're going to be in there for 2 hours. Set it for 2 hours. When you come back out, it's automatically going to flip itself back on. A lot easier than messing with some of the Bixby modes and routines, and also remembering to turn off Do Not Disturb. All right, for our last tip for this video, let's go ahead and learn how to block ads. So I covered this in a dedicated video before, but I want to make sure that everyone that has the S23 Ultra sees this, because it's really nice and convenient. So what you want to do is swipe down, and we're going to tap into Settings again. We'll go into Connections. All right, we're going to scroll all the way down until we see More Connection Settings. And then we have this option that says Private DNS. Let's go ahead and tap on that. So by default, there is going to be the automatic selection. That's a default. Off, and then we can set our own DNS server. So I have this in here wrong real quick. Let me fix this. And when you have it typed in, it should all just look just like this, just like that. dns.adguard.com. Go ahead and hit Save. We're going to exit out of settings entirely. We don't need to be in there. So if I pull up something that has ads now, let's say any of these news articles in my Google feed, let's go ahead and tap on that. Give it just a second to load. And we don't see any ads popping up. You see it trying to load. It's trying to load something there at the bottom, but it just can't do it. Let's go ahead and tap on another one. Let's see what kind of ads we get with this one. Come on now, give it to us. Give us some ads. Uh-oh, no ads. Here we go. Let's do another one here. Let's click on some random stuff here. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. I hate ads. I really do. dns.adguard.com. Definitely a great tip. Go ahead and put that in as your private DNS to block all of these like newsfeed type ads. It's not going to block them all from within apps. We kind of cover that in the dedicated video about blocking ads. But this is a great way to block it for all these like periodicals and news articles and all your feeds. No more ads. That's definitely nice. So I'm going to try to get to like 10 more of these before we get to the S24 Ultra. Make it a nice even 50. If you have any comments or questions about today's video, go ahead and drop them down in the comments section below. I really do appreciate your time. And as always, thanks for watching.